What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So a few videos back, you guys might have saw I shot a cinematic video as well as some photos of the Honda S2000. Today, I'll be doing the same thing but for my Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart Sportback. I know that car hasn't got too much love on the channel recently. I daily drive the car every day to work, but I just haven't had new parts on it, so I haven't been showing it as much. So yeah, let's take you guys along a little walk around. We'll snap some photos as well as do a cinematic video as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and start up the car. And before I start it up, here is the car. My 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart Sportback. So yeah, let's go ahead and start it up, drive to the shoot location, and we'll talk a little bit more about this car. Fire it up. Alright, so we just got here to the shoot location. Today we'll be shooting with two other cameras. So first up, for the cinematic video, we have same camera I've been using. Usually I use this for vlog. This is my Canon G7X Mark III. If anyone's looking for a camera to start vlogging with, or you know, a point and shoot camera, I love this camera. You can flip up the screen, super easy to use. The video I'm shooting this camera on, the camera I'm shooting this video with right now over here is actually this camera, but the older version. So Canon G7X Mark II. I don't have a microphone jack on that one, so it's pretty easy to carry around when I travel. And then for photos, my Nikon D5300 with the 50mm lens. Alright, before I start, I'm gonna do a little walk around of the car. I daily drive this car and it's a great car. It's just I don't show it too much on the channel because no new mods. And I've pretty much, I think on the exterior of the car, interior as well as engine bay, more or less I'm pretty happy where it sits right now. So yeah, what makes this car special and really cool? Firstly, if you guys don't know about the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart, they are pretty much the baby Evo. So the Ralliarts also come with the same all-wheel drive system in the Evo 10s. Also comes with a turbo setup, but instead of the TD05 from factory, they come with the TD04, which is a smaller turbo. So essentially a detuned Evo. But this example right here has been modified quite extensively. We'll talk about it later. Besides, you know, all-wheel drive coming turbo from the factory, I think there's probably only maybe, from what I read, maybe 3,000 Ralliarts in North America. The Sportback, which is essentially the wagon, you guys might notice, is not a sedan. The wagon form is even more rare. There are Lancer wagons, but the Ralliart wagon specifically, I heard maybe only 300 in North America. So pretty rare, hard to come by. And they never made the Evo 10 wagons, so this is pretty much as close as you can get from the factory for an Evo 10 wagon. So yeah, very cool. I am super stoked. Before I seen this car, before I bought it, I never actually seen one in person. I've had people come up to me and ask, what is this thing? Okay, so yeah, let's talk about this car. Let's do a little walk around and then we'll get to shooting some videos. There'll be a separate cinematic video as well as some photos of the build. This car, actually I haven't owned it for a year yet. It'll be a year of ownership in a few more months. I've definitely put a few modifications to it, but this car, what makes it super special, like I said, it's a 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart Sportback. The turbo has been replaced to a bigger turbo, a TD05 of the Evo 10. All the supporting mods, like the bigger intercooler, sporting a Sheepy Racing intercooler, your intercooler piping, all that good stuff, sporting mods. Transmission also has been rebuilt by Cosmos Transmission, which is famous in the SST world. I believe with the rebuild on the transmission, you could hold 600 horsepower. Yeah, this thing has the tune on it. It's pretty quick, not gonna lie. It's a pretty quick car. It is quicker than the stock Evo 10s on the road, I can tell you that. Pulls hard. And yeah, it actually had a dyno a while back. It dynoed about 300 to 310 wheel horsepower, about 315 torque, I believe. Again, that's on a Mustang dyno. So to put in perspective, yeah, it's pretty quick. And show you guys the interior of the car. Interior, I left it kind of like an OEM plus. We have the AEM gauges over here, air fuel ratio, as well as the boost gauge, Rexpeed carbon fiber gauge pillar, the bright low max seats. Love these seats, they look great. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the mismatched seats for the driver and passenger, but I had plans initially to either swap out the seats or put it back to stock seats. But cool seats. Bowstring definitely hold you in place. Feels like a race car. You know, my double din, I put this in. Nice Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Little JDM goodies. We have a various carbon fiber shift knob. This was previously on my Mitsubishi Lancer show build. Twin clutch SST. Small little stuff like replace all the interior LED lights. Broadway mirror, dash cam, that's essential. What's really cool about this specific car is super low mileage. So if you look over here on the dash, look at the mileage, only 33,000 original miles. Super low for a 2010 car. And quite frankly, I can almost confidently say this is probably the lowest, or one of the lowest Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliarts out there. Definitely one of the lowest Sportbacks, because you don't see Sportbacks all that often at all. It's pretty rare. Alright, and added some stuff like the window visors. On the rear end, not too much, except for custom license plate frame, Ralliart. The car does have an exhaust setup, catless exhaust setup. Sounds great. It's put on by the previous owner. Wheels sitting on Anki RPF 1s, classic wheels, look great. Also have some nice Hankook tires, Ventus V12s, pretty sticky tires. I did swap out the headlights, still have the stock ones, but we have these swapped out for my V-Lens off my show build. Rexpeed, carbon fiber stuff. Check underneath the bay. Underneath the engine bay, this is not a show car. Looks fairly stock for the most part. Myvac turbo. You can see over here some stuff has been switched out. Has some HKS oil cap, HKS radiator cap, HKS blow-off valve, recirculated. That's not a HKS strut bar, it's just a sticker. It's a Cusco strut bar. Like I said, the turbo has been replaced with a bigger TD05 turbo in the back. Some ETS intercooler piping all the way down. And then that Sheepy Racing. Sheepy Racing is known, famous for like 1,000 horsepower Supras, 1,000 horsepower Lamborghinis, crazy high horsepower builds. So that's who made the intercooler. Pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, we'll have some more daylight. Let's go ahead and shoot some photos real quick. Alright, just finished taking a bunch of photos. Let's show you guys some of the unedited photos. I'm pretty stoked with how it turned out. Again, this is before editing. I'm not a photographer by any means, but I like to practice some photography whenever I have some time. So some little interior shots, engine bay shots, exterior shots, some portrait landscapes. So photos like these will be good for like Instagram. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, now let's go ahead and knock out the cinematic shots before it gets too dark. So I just got some cinematic shots. Pretty happy with how they turned out. So that'll be in a separate video, so make sure to stay tuned. Alright, shoot all done. About to head home right now. Alright, so just made it back home in the Ralliart. So hope you guys like that simple video. Cinematic video will be coming next. Again, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure to leave the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.